Good evening and happy Saturday from Metro Manila, the Philippines, Southeastern Asia. Today in History series for November the 24th, according to Wikipedia. So selectively, I'm going to read a series of events. In 380, Theodosius I made his adventus or formal entry into Constantinople. In 1190, Conrad of Montferrat became king of Jerusalem upon his marriage to Isabella I of Jerusalem. In 1429, as a part of the 100 Years' War between England and France, Jeanne d'Arc, or Joan of Arc, unsuccessfully besieged La Charité. In 1642, Abel Tasman, a Dutch explorer, became the first European to discover the island Van Diemen's Land, later renamed as Tasmania, on the southeastern coast of Australia. In 1835, the Texas provincial government authorized the creation of a horse-mounted police force called the Texas Rangers, which is now the Texas Ranger Division of the Texas Department of Public Safety. In 1859, a British biologist, Charles Darwin, published On the Origin of Species, a controversial book that outlined his version of the evolutionary theory, according to which the Earth and the rest of the universe have evolved over a very long period of time without any direct or indirect intervention by God or any other supernatural beings through impersonal natural forces, survival of the fittest, and then natural selection. In 1863, in the American Civil War, the Battle of Lookout Mountain took place near Chattanooga, Tennessee. Union forces under General and later President Ulysses S. Grant captured Lookout Mountain and began to break the Confederate or Southern siege of the city led by General Braxton Bragg. In 1877, Anna Sewell's animal welfare novel Black Beauty was published. In 1922, 9 Irish Republican Army members were executed by an Irish Free State firing squad. Among them was author Erskine Childers, who had been arrested for illegally carrying a revolver. In 1932, in Washington, D.C., the Federal Bureau of Investigation Scientific Crime Detection Laboratory, better known as the FBI Crime Lab, officially opened. In 1940, in World War II, the First Slovak Republic became a signatory to the Tripartite Pact, officially joining the Axis powers. In 1941, as a part of the Second World War, the United States granted Lend-Lease to the Free French forces. In 1943, in World War II, at the Battle of Makin, the USS Liscome Bay was torpedoed near Tarawa and sank, killing 650 men. In 1944, in World War II, the 73rd Bombardment Wing launched the first attack on Tokyo from the Northern Mariana Islands. In 1963, Lee Harvey Oswald, the presumed and official assassin of President John Kennedy, was himself killed by a shady nightclub owner, Jack Ruby. In 1965, Joseph Désiré Mobutu, later renamed Mobutu Sese Seko, seized power in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and became president. He ruled the country, which he renamed Zaire as a part of its Africanization, in 1971 for over 30 years, until being overthrown by rebels only a few months before his death due to cancer in 1997. In 1969, the Apollo 12 command module splashed down safely in the Pacific Ocean, ending the second manned mission to land on the moon. In 1973, a national speed limit was imposed on the Autobahn, or highway, in Germany, West Germany, at that time, because of the 1973 oil crisis. The speed limit lasted only 4 months. In 1976, the Charles de Gaulle Muradiye earthquake in eastern Turkey killed between 4,000 and 5,000 people. In 2012, a fire at a clothing factory in Dhaka, Bangladesh, killed at least 112 people. In 2013, Iran signed an interim agreement with the P5+1 countries, limiting its nuclear program in exchange for reduced sanctions. In 2015, a Russian Air Force Sukhoi Su-24 fighter jet was shot down by the Turkish Air Force over the Syria-Turkey border, killing one of its two pilots. A Russian Marine was also killed during a subsequent rescue effort. On the same day in 2015, a terrorist attack on a hotel in Al Arish, Egypt, killed at least 7 people and injured 12 others. And still on the same day, in 2015, an explosion on a bus carrying Tunisian Presidential Guard personnel in Tunisia's capital, Tunis, left at least 14 people dead. In 2016, the government of Colombia and the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, known by its acronym FARC, People's Army, FARC, signed a revised peace deal, bringing to an end the country's more than 50-year-long civil